Today at Manchester Theatres, I am here with the fabulous Samara Casteallo, who is currently performing as the Spirit of the Beans in Jack and the Beanstalk at the Manchester Opera House. It is running until New Year's Eve, so you have plenty of time to still go along, grab those tickets, or go again if you've already been, because it is that good. Now, Samara is no stranger to the stage, having performed in some absolute whoppers. We're talking shows such as Tina, the Tina Turner musical, Dreamgirls, Starlight Express, Hairspray, Matilda. And of course, we had her for Panto last year as well, where you were Tinkerbell. So thank you so much and welcome back. Thanks for joining us.
Hello, thank you so much for having me. I'm having such a great time. I'm having such a great time being back in the Opera House this year.
Yeah, I can imagine it. I mean, it is such a blast. And as we've said, you're playing the Spirit of the Beans. So just tell us a little bit more about your character and the magic that you bring and how you fit into the story.
So I am Spirit of the Beans. However, I do have wings. So we say I'm fairy Spirit of the Beans. And I'm just here to make sure, basically, that Jack and Jill can make their way up to this beanstalk, save their pet cow, the famous cow in the show, against the giant Blunderbore and Myra Blunderbore, who I love and am scared of / still love because I love her fashion. And basically save the trots and save Pat the cow and Jill. Well, Jill, I'm not going to spoil the storyline here, but to save everyone and bring that magic. And you do see some magical things happen in the show as well, which I won't spoil in case you haven't seen. And that's from these beans spiritual magic that I bring to the stage. So yeah.
And I have to say, your costume is to die for. It is so gorgeous. It's just all sparkly and beautiful. And do you kind of get that moment when you see your costume for the first time?
Well, mine's actually made for me. This year, mine was specially made for me. So I was like, as soon as I saw it, I was literally in bundles of joy. I was like, oh my God, this is absolutely beautiful. And then I posted it online. Everyone went, I really love your costume. Everyone was like, it's beautiful. I love green and I love gold. So yeah. No complaints from me.
It is stunning. So so you're the Spirits of the Beans, you've got the magic. So if you could wish for something magical for yourself this Christmas, what would it be?
I would. Do you know what I would love? I would love, my mum and dad live in London and my partner's family live up here. I would love to magic an extra day off where I can bring everyone together.
I think that's a really good wish.
It would be beautiful. Yeah. So hopefully next year I can get that happening. If I'm here again, we don't know, but that would be really nice. But that's what I'd like to magic.
Yes. Well, I think that is a beautiful wish, and hopefully one day we can make that happen. So we've said, obviously, welcome back because you were here last year, but you're not the only one. So we've got some of the team back together, of course, with Ben Nickless and Jason Manford. So what's it like? Is it like coming home when you get to work with people that you've worked with before?
Yeah, do you know what? It's really special because our relationships have grown even more now, and it's sort of like they remind me of like two older brothers now. So it's that sort of relationship, and I'm always laughing backstage. You wouldn't believe it, but we're laughing, crying of laughter when I'm watching them on stage. It's so special, and to have them back, it's like you said, I do feel like I'm like, I feel complacent. I feel, this is my space, this is my family, this is my home. So yeah, I do have that feeling back at the Opera House with Jason and Ben.
And then, of course, we've brought in Emma Williams, huge West End star, and Myra DuBois, just legendary performer. It's really quite the cast, isn't it? I mean, it's no wonder you're laughing all the time.
Me and Emma, actually, Emma and I, we have basically coffee beans interval chats. So I head to her room, she's got all her decorations up, she's got her little coffee station, we have a little catch up and a coffee. So that's really nice, and we brought that sort of energy into it. So we have like a little family catch up. That's what it feels like. She's away I'm away from home, so it's quite nice. And Myra, Gareth and I went for a little as well. We go for little catch-ups, coffee breaks and stuff in between shows, and we really get along. And we do some couplets in the show, which is really nice. So Even though it seems like we're against each other, we do love each other. It does make me laugh. He just brings something so special to the show this year.
Yeah, and on stage, I mean, the speed of the comebacks is hilarious.
Hilarious.
Yeah.
I could be that witty, that quick.
Yeah, it's just on it. And it isn't all script. 'Cause like I say, I've seen it twice. So I've seen different comebacks. So I know it's not all the same. It is just, some of it's just at the moment, isn't it? It's brilliant. So
it is.
I know you're not going to be able to give too much away with some of these things, but if you could just give a little tease of some of the magic. So, for instance, the beanstalk. What can you tell us about the beanstalk?
So the beanstalk is in the pit, near the pit, and it does grow. The beanstalk goes as high as you can look, and it's big, it's magical. The cow is obviously a nice life-size looking cow as well, which is beautiful. We do have something that flies out into the audience, but I don't want to spoil it too much.
No. And the giant as well. I mean, I think the giant makes an appearance in kind of, is it 3 different forms? I'm thinking feet, hands, and
hands, foot, and full. Yeah.
And it's just, I mean, so one of the times that I came, I brought 100 children and the families, and their faces when this giant comes out, oh my goodness. It's, when you see that for the first time, are you kind of like, whoa?
Whoa, yeah, I was taken aback. I just think it's magical. Well, when I was young, I used to be scared of big things. So I can understand kids used to go, oh, because it's so big, it's huge. So I used to be terrified, but I just think it just brings what you need on the stage, because it's such a big stage as well. We have so much space. It does bring that sort of caricature forward. So it brings that sort of, you feel like you're part of this magical adventure, which is actually really special.
Yeah, it does. It kind of draws you in, doesn't it? And as again, we're not going to say too much, but as you've said, something flies, and that kind of really draws you in as well. And it's not only the magic about this section just before the interval is we've got that, but there's so much going on. You don't know where to look.
You don't know where to look. Yeah, exactly. Because you've got the ensemble running about with some fabulous costumes that are so bright and shiny, and they've got these sort of like wands as well that glow. And you know, as soon as the doors go up, the audience go, whoa!
Yeah, a little bit of snow as well, maybe.
Yeah, we do have a little bit of snow. You remember more than me.
I've seen it twice.
And loads of pyros and sparkles and
oh, it's amazing. So I think that, I mean, there's so much to choose from. There's the comedy, the set pieces are hilarious, like with the 4 of them. So when Jason, Ben, Myra and Emma do the piece, and there's so many funny things going on. I think that the end of Act 1 is possibly my favorite part of the show, because there's so much. Do you have a favorite part of the show?
What do I have a favorite part of the show? So my favorite part of the show would actually be, like you said, the end of Act 1. It's just so, everything's going on. It's just, there's so much to look at. It's such a spectacle, and that's what brings the show together, I think, the storyline. And I think that's where the storyline hits, is at the end of Act 1.
Yeah.
Just as you said, I do love the routine from Myra, Ben, Jason and Emma. That is an absolute classic. And you can't not have a panto without If I Were Not.
Yeah, I was going to say, you escaped that one energy-wise, didn't you?
Oh, yeah, I did. I know. They were going to put me in it. And then they went, it's written only for that amount of people. So they're like, we can't, unfortunately. But I was like, that's fine by me.
I'm good. Yeah. But talking about energy, I mean, we've said you've done some huge musical shows, but panto is a life force of its own. It's so, I wouldn't even know how to begin to try and describe it to someone who hasn't seen it. But I mean, you do 2 shows a day for like a 2-3 week run. How?
Do you know what? I pace it. I have been going to the gym this year. I've decided if you get up and get out, the day starts, you know. But because of the children and the families and the kids, and especially when we have our censored shows and we have our signed shows, it just brings that sort of feeling towards you, going, you know what, this is why I'm doing it. I'm doing it for the kids. And every day I see their faces, I do have a tear in my eye. There's a section at the end, and we sing Old MacDonald Had a Farm, and Jason, you know, gets some people up on stage. So if you come in, You might be picked. So, and seeing them picking their favorite animal and, having a moment, I get a little tear in my eye. They're just so cute. They're just full of life and happiness. And this is why I do it. Yeah, this is why I really enjoy coming every day in and doing my 2 shows, because it doesn't feel like one.
Yeah. Yeah. It sounds like you're literally just stood in the wings watching the whole show all the time.
I am. There's a little bit of stairs as well at the back, and I go, right, I get, give the ensembles little tasks. It's like, oh, who's going to give me a full out turn today? Or who's going to give me,
yeah,
in their animal outfits. I love it. Yeah.
Oh, it's so magical. And so I wanted to put something to you before I let you go. That we've said that last year you were here as Tinkerbell with wings and magic. This year you're here as the Spirit of the Bean with wings and magic. They've announced next year is Cinderella. There's a fairy godmother who might have wings and magic. I mean, if that phone call came, would you come back to us?
I would love to. If I do get asked, I'd be over the moon. I'd absolutely love to, but I don't know as of yet. But fingers crossed, we will see. But it would be nice to get back at the Opera House again in wings and with magic.
And a gorgeous costume again. Everything's so sparkly. That's what I love. Show everyone your nails as well, because I love your nails.
know, yes. I've got glittery, sparkly. They're like more of an aqua, but, there's different sorts of greens in this show. So,
yeah. Oh, thank you so much, Samara. And I hope that you have a wonderful Christmas and you do get to spend some time with your family. I know they must be so proud of you, because you are doing a fantastic job. So thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
You never know, I might even make it again for a 3rd time.
We might too. We hope, fingers crossed, sending all the Christmas, that's another Christmas wish.
Yes.
And a bit of magic. If you could all, sprinkle some fairy dust for me of your pillows. Christmas Day, we shall see.
Oh, thank you so much, and all the best for the rest of the run, and take care. Thank you.
Thank you.